This is Militza Colan. Can you please tell me your name and your birth date?
My name is Malik King, and my birthday is January 30th, 1997.
And what is our relationship?
Co-workers and friends.
And where are we right now?
Broward College Central Campus in the Academic Success Center.
Can you define social justice for me?
Social justice is the term used for people in society and different issues or topics that affect the people, like poverty or racism.
Can you define racism?
I can define racism as when one group, based on culture or race, oh well, yeah, it is racial, has more power over another racial group.
Do you believe that racism still has a role in today's society?
I do because the society was built on slavery and the oppression of people of color by white people, and since our foundation was built on that, everything from the justice system, the executive department, pretty much every single part of our society is still affected by that, and white people are still benefiting from that system that they created.
Mhm. Have you experienced any social injustices? And if so, how did this experience affect you?
Yes, I have. It was an experience in high school where I was in a driver's ed course, and I had a white instructor, and um, we're grouped in a clusters in the cars. And in my car, there were two other white students from a different school. And while we were practicing driving, we were allowed to play music this day, and they were playing hip hop or rap music, and there was the N word in the song, and they proceeded to repeat the N word throughout the song while I was in the car, and it made me feel really uncomfortable. And the social injustice part of it was when I approached my teacher um, the following day at school about the issue, and he basically um, pinned like the blame on me, that I should have told him right away and that he can't do anything about it, even though there were more sessions after that.
Hmm. What lessons did you learn from this time in your life?
That people will choose whether or not to do the right thing, and not everybody feels um, that some social justice issues are important to them.
What do you want others to learn from your experience?
To speak up as quickly as you can immediately to the people that are above you in the situation, whether you're at work, you're at school. Speak to somebody with more power than you about the issue that happened.
Mhm. Okay, so prior to doing this video, we watched two YouTube videos to
Right.
reinforce the interview. One of them showed a white woman preventing a black male from entering a building because she
Hmm.
thought that black male did not live there. But in the end, he was able to prove that he did, in fact, live there.
Hmm.
The other video showed two black males getting arrested in Starbucks,
Hmm.
and you can hear people in the background saying they didn't even do anything, they were just sitting there. So they were basically getting arrested for not having done anything, just sitting waiting for a friend. How do how did these two videos make you feel?
Uncomfortable and upset because things like people say or act like things like that don't happen anymore, but we get examples such as the ones that you showed me, where it's still prevalent that people think that way still. It was unfortunate that she felt she was in a position of power, even though she wasn't, in that instance, to block him from, I guess, in her view,
Right.
trespassing on the property. Regardless of how she feels, there's security guards, and if he doesn't want to show you proof that he lives there, he shouldn't have to. And I feel like she was more so afraid or hesitant to let him in because of race. And then for the second video, that was also unfortunate because they literally weren't doing anything except sitting down and waiting. I think they were waiting for their friend to do like homework with or something in that um, spectrum, and they couldn't even do that in a public place.
Mhm. And also before the interview, we read an article that basically two white landlords evicted a white female, and
Hmm.
this occurred in Georgia because
Hmm.
she kept inviting her black male friend over with his 5-year-old son. They, when they were asked why, they were saying because she had caused damage to the property.
Hmm.
But the article is still, there's investigation going on still
Right.
about whether there was actually damage or they were actually doing this based of just being racist towards her black friend. And this actually was posted on July 11th. So it was
Very
less than 2
recent.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
It is very recent. So do you believe that there has been any progress in our society with trying to decrease the level of racism?
I do, especially through social media. A lot of older generations like to point out that it consumes a lot of our time. As millennials, we're always on our phones, but one way to positively influence social justice is to speak out on social media, because pretty much everybody in our generation and younger is on it. Um, and I think progress can be made since they're they aren't censoring us on it. We can speak out. We can gather and like-minded individuals and create events or awareness about the issues that we're facing. And the fact that we're allowed to do that um, speaks to the progress that's being made.
Okay, well, that was my last question. Thank you so much for your time. This was Militza Colan doing my interview for IDH 2121 for Professor King.